Older brother sounds better.
So if there was one catchphrase, if I was talking to you, telling you about Immunotec, okay, guy my age, tell me the one thing you want to hear to say, tell me more.
Let me show you how to create a business with the phone, with the best product in the world. That would be something that would catch immediately. Best product in the world with the phone. Where do I sign up?
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
And I believe that Mr. Domenzain has a crazy schedule, as you can imagine, running the company, especially with all the circumstances. I just got a text, so he has joined us. So let me reintroduce him properly. Mauricio Domenzain purchased Immunotec about 4 years ago now. And what a difference. What a difference he's made. We've always had an outstanding product. Most of you are aware of that. If you're new to Immunotec, you're certainly aware of that now. If you've been part of Immunotec prior to 4 years ago, you knew that then. All the other pieces of the puzzle, the marketing, the international expansion, the trips, the incentives, all the things that were necessary as drivers to take that great product to a next level are things that he's brought to the table, and much, much more. I don't think the man sleeps. If I email him at 5 o'clock in the morning, he'll email me back right away most of the time. He's an amazing human being. As you get to know him, you know, he became part of our family almost immediately, and we part of his. He's just a great guy, and he's a great leader. He's a great human being, and he's a great humanitarian. He's doing some tremendous, tremendous things in the community, as well as helping to take this company to the level that it deserves to be at. So with that said, I want to introduce my good friend and our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Mauricio Domenzain.
Hello, my dear friend. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Very, very well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And thank you for that incredible introduction that you have made. Honestly, it's all about you guys. Is my real passion about this company is about the people that has built this company, and those people are you. So thank you very much, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
So well, first of all, thank you everyone that is and has take the time to connect through this Zoom-tacular that my dear friend John and Keith has put together with a great panel of people that is going to talk you through what has worked for them as a business and what is the good tips that you can hear. But one thing that that John asked me to is to share a little bit of a message of what is happening right now with our company and where are we going and what is really what is where our company is going to go in the next couple years or even in a longer run. And I want to share with you all that, first of all, with this situation that we are all living into, that is a forced pause that we have been living into our homes. I think it's a good time for us to reflect and to think about what is been happening and how we can leverage this new technology, which is not new, but sometimes we tend to forget about this technology, and we know that we have in our hands a great tool like what we have today. And with a company like us that we are and have a product that really helps in today's day and every time and never, but today's day, there's no more important day than today to have your family and yourself drinking our product. But more than that is how can we help others to realize and to find their potential? How can we help them? How can be a vehicle? How can be a tool for us to help others to succeed and to help others to find a way of making their life better? Because one of the things that we do as a company, and we have been switching over from those very, let's say, those very complicated mission, vision, and value statements that companies has, we decide to move from there to a very simple but more close to the people fact, which is our DNA. And our new DNA, or is not that it's new, but it's what is running ourselves in every day now, which is our DNA is to live better. And I think that resonates well with every human being in the world, and that's what we are. That's what we like to see you going through. This is what we're creating. This is the vehicle that we have created for you guys to find a place to find your potential. And I think that when you find your potential, then there's when you start that joy that brings you happiness, which for me, happiness is one of the motors that moves my life in an everyday basis. And guess what? Happy people also have bad days. So we're all allowed to have bad days, and we are all allowed to go into a and I think that when you realize that when you have an opportunity to be happy, and when you realize that there's no success will bring you happiness to your life, but it is the happiness who will bring success to your life, that's a different way of looking at things. So we have taught and we have learned from the last several years that in order for you to be happy, you need to achieve success. And I think it's the other way around, because when you put your goals and you put your happiness towards one goal, guess what? Once you reach that first goal that you put into your career and you reach it, then you will have a new one. So you will push your happiness again to your new set of goals that you will put. So please make sure that you don't put your happiness with no respect. Like the happiness needs to be your first thing that you need to think of. And once you find yourself happy, and once you have a good understanding in what does happiness means for you, and then you reach it, you will see that happiness will bring success to your life. So that is one of the things that motivates me to do what we do. John mentioned that that he thinks I don't sleep. I do sleep, but with Immunotec, we have the chance to be awake all day long and to have a lot of energy, and I love to do what I do. I found happiness in helping other people to find their potential, and I found happiness to speak with a crowd like you, to speak with 1, 2, 10 people, 1,000 people. Just like last week, we were able to, in a round of Discovery Immunotecs that we did, through 5 days, we reached 200,000 unique users in Facebook through those messages. So imagine how important is our mission. Imagine how important is what we are all doing here together to reach that many people. That's the potential that we have. That is a potential that we haven't experienced in the past. And now, just in 5 days, and because of the situation that is happening, we were able to reach that. And I think it's just a tipping point. They were just starting, and we're going to the right direction. My dear friend John and Keith has been doing these calls forever. They are masters in these, and we all need to jump into this new reality and help each other. I know the world is going to be difficult in the next few weeks, or I don't want to go into much detail. I know that there's too many news out there, and there's too many opinions out there that we don't need to give one another. What we need to do is to give ourselves as much as we can. It's time for us to help our communities. So if there are local business around your area, if there are local business that are putting a new method of pickup or sending to home, it's time for us to help others, because that's the only way we will succeed. That's the only way the people will succeed, because economy needs to be moving for everyone to keep ourselves in a good place. It's time for us to eat healthy. It's time for us to do exercise, to move your body, because it's important. That's how the human body was created, and was created to be moved. So move your body, eat healthy, help your community, and drink Immunotec. That's the most important piece of your day and your life. Once you do that, guys, you have tremendous mentors just in this call. We have amazing people that will help you succeed. So if you follow what they're recommending, if you follow what they're asking you to do, you will find that there's no way to fail. There's no way to fail. These guys has been succeeding for so long that they have made many mistakes that they are going to share how not to do it again, because guess what? They already broke the plates and they're ready to share those messages. They're ready to share a full knowledge of what they have learned in many years. I honestly think that we're looking at more than 100 years of experience combined with a lot of potential here. So imagine where you can find this. It's impossible to find that. In better said, it's free. You just need to be very wise. Open your heart, open your mind, but most important than anything, open your notebook. Take notes of what they are going to say. Take notes of the things that you need to listen from these very important people and very well-known people. Very well versed in their activities. So listen to them, take notes, and put action. That's the most important piece, of course, because if we just are the best business people, businesswomen, businessmen in theory, guess what? The business is gonna keep there, only in theory. You need to learn the theory, you need to learn from the others, but then you need to put action. That is what it takes us to go to the next level. We were always trying to say that we want to be successful in the US or in America, but we didn't, as a company, did nothing for you guys. And we really think you in our plans was only plans, but it was what is happening to us, that now we are not getting only in plans, but we're putting action in our things. We have an action plan to do so. So that's why we have been growing here in the United States, because I live here in Texas. So here in the United States, we have been growing in Canada. We have been growing in every single country that we have opened. Fortunately enough, this month, March, is one of the best months ever in our history. Or to be more clear, I think we're going to reach till the end of the month, we're going to reach our record month in the history of this company. And that means more than 2 times of last year. So imagine how big this opportunity has become for everyone. So if we are this media for being a change factor in the world, in your community, let's be one good part of our community. Don't be afraid of sharing this amazing opportunity, because you probably have heard this time in many times that no, I can't listen to this project because I don't have time. Well, now you do. So whoever says that they didn't have time, is the time to do and to put your list together of those people that said that there's no time for you to listen to this important message and listen to this very valuable message. Put that list together and start calling those people and say, well, you always said to me that there was no time. I think that's the better time for you to listen to what I have to show you and to share with you. Giancarlo just mentioned a few very simple lines, but there's many ways, as he said, very simple way to share this amazing opportunity. And we have a responsibility to do in our hands. It is not only what we should do, is what we must do, because people is waiting for a genuine, authentic, and valuable opportunity for the people to hear. And here is one. Immunotec is one. We are a transparent company. We are very ethical. That's one of our bigger motors. We do not pay people to come in and to come on board to our company, because we believe in the value of our company. And that's what we're offering. We have, in the last 3 years, we were able to make more than 3 times the revenue that we were 3 years ago. So our company has grown more, almost 4 times of what we were. So imagine the size of our company. And it's not that we care about that, because we don't. We want only not to be the biggest, but to be the best company out there. But the real reason why I'm mentioning these numbers and these facts is for you to know that we're growing and you can be part of this. And it's not because of the money again, it's because of how many people we can touch with this opportunity, and you can be one of those. You can be one of those instrumental to be there in many people to go and work with them. So yes, thank you for your messages. I'm reading your messages, and we're gonna take care. We're working as hard as we can, and thank you for your comments. Yes, we know that we have a lot of opportunities, and we're gonna continue growing those materials, those marketing materials, those pieces that you need to be successful. Believe me, but I need to tell you that there's no way we're not gonna still committing mistakes, because if I'm gonna be here putting myself in front of you guys and say, well, I trust you, trust me, I will never make a mistake again, I will be lying to you guys. So we will make mistakes again, and we will commit some of those over and over, but not with a bad intention, and not because we do not want to improve. The real thing that you're going to hear from us is that we're transparent again, and we're ethical. So if we made a mistake, we will take it, we will learn from that mistake, and we will solve it, and we will improve it no matter what. So believe me, we are really committed in listen to you, putting your words in those messages. Whatever we can do for you, please do so. Help us improve. That's the only way. There's no way you can improve something if you don't measure. There's no way you can improve something if you don't know about it. So if there's something for us that we can improve, please do that. Do that and share with us what we can improve to do something that you can do your business better every single day. So thank you very much for everything that you do. Thank you for spending the time. Thank you, John and Keith, again, for putting this together, and for the amazing panel that you're going to hear about. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Jose Carlos, for being in this call. Believe me, it's not me, it's an amazing group that I have behind of me that is working their lives all day long to make this work. Even with this situation, I don't know if you have ordered something from Amazon, which we all tend to do the benchmark against Amazon. Amazon is taking a month and a half to deliver some products. Now guess what? We're close to do it in 24 hours, 48 hours, at the most 72, or even a little bit longer on these days. But we're working every single hour, every single minute, just to keep your business safe and to keep your business on track, because we're not gonna rest 1 second only until you receive your products, until you receive whatever you need to receive for making your life easier, to making your life, and for you to be able to share this amazing opportunity. So we're working hard. We're not gonna stop on that. We said we're working, but we do not take this as a work, because we love what we do. So thank you very much again. John, I don't know if you want or you have any comment or want me to share something else. If not, enjoy.
You know, it's been an amazing experience the last, roughly 3.5, 4 years. And I think you summarized the fact that the company's position has been constant and never-ending improvement. And I think that's why we're getting where we're getting, frankly, is open dialogue between field and company. And you and I know you and I certainly have it. I know other leaders certainly have it in all markets. And we're moving forward, and it's amazing. And it's been a challenging time, I'm sure. I know for you personally and for the staff personally. And we do appreciate as a field, I know I'm speaking for everybody on this call and everybody else you deal with, we appreciate how many hours the company's putting in to, keep the trains running on time, so to speak. So I just want to, thank you personally for that as well as collectively. I guess just the other thing is, the pursuit of happiness. You brought Chris Gardner into our life a couple of years ago, and you brought another great speaker I saw in Mexico City that I hope I'll see in Houston, and hopefully we'll all be there. Yeah. That happiness is something that is a reason for people to get up and go to work with us every single day, in addition to making money. Money's a result. How you feel about something is what's going to get you up and doing it day in, day out, year in, year out for all the years that you want to do something for. So, once again, I think that's something you imparted. So if you want to have the last word on that, and then I'll introduce Keith and we'll go to our next speaker. But if you want to have the last word on why it's important to be happy, and I know your personal reason for that, we've discussed it, but why it's so important for people to focus on happiness.
Well, thank you, John. And definitely, as I said, and as I mentioned a few minutes ago, for me, one of the most important things are happiness in life. And because of happiness is a decision. It's a decision that you make every single day. Once you start your day, you decide to be happy and you decide to move your life into that level of happiness. And the real reason why this is important, and I'm not talking, again, just romantically about it. It's not like you're happy if you're singing in the aisle and you're jumping like a crazy person. If that makes you happy, do so. Please make sure to do. But I again, definitely the happy people has bad days, and you can have a bad day. But what you cannot allow yourself is not to think about how can you make your life better if you feel happy every single day. And that's a decision. That's a decision that no one else can make for you. It's your own decision. That's the only thing that I share in. And one of the things I share with my team and with everybody here in this call is that once you find yourself that you cannot go to the next level, or you cannot make this thing successful, I encourage you to go put yourself in front of a mirror, and you will find whoever is responsible of that not happening. So there's no one else but you that can make things happen. So please, I encourage you to take that decision every single day. And here in this company, it's not you guys and us. It's an Immunotec family. It is one family, not you and us. It's not the field and the company. It's the Immunotec family, what is important for us. So thank you again, John. I again ask you all to open your books. That's the notebooks, the heart, the minds, everything. But the most important is the notebook, to take notes of what these amazing people is about to share with you. So I see several familiar faces: Giancarlo, Wally, John, Keith, many faces. I don't want to mention any, forgetting one. So thank you again. I really appreciate all what you do, and we're going to keep working ourselves with no rest until you are successful, because your success is our success. So thank you again, John.
Thank you again, Mauricio. Appreciate it. So Mr. Hooper is going to introduce our next speaker. For those of you who don't know Keith, I should give him a formal introduction. Keith is one of the longest serving distributors at Immunotec. Been here from the beginning, literally from the beginning. So he is going to introduce our next speaker. So Keith, take it away.
Well, thank you, John. It's a pleasure to be here with everybody on this this wonderful Saturday. And Mauricio, thank you. When I met you in Los Angeles that very first time, we asked you, where have you been? We've been waiting for you, and that is so true today. It's a great to have you here. So you heard from Gianni Carlos Torres, who was not born when myself and Mr. Kralik had already joined Immunotec. So it's pretty interesting when we look at this. So we've kind of gone on the bookends here. So Wally is a good friend out of Peterborough, Ontario. Built a huge business here, has some great wisdom to share with you. So with that, Mr. Wally Kralik, Platinum Distributor here with Immunotec. Welcome, Wally.
Thank you, Keith, and thanks, John, for